There we go. Get it started.
Thanks, Sean. Hello, it is May 27th. You're here at the weekly CHAOSS community call. I'm Elizabeth, the CHAOSS community manager. Great to see everybody here. Yay. Um, Even though y'all are haters of the spiders, it's all right. It's all right. I will save every last one of them. I will not let them down. I'm team spider all the way. But let's move on to the agenda because we have quite a few things to announce slash discuss. I forgot to put the reminders down here. I can do that.
I'll add that while you talk.
Oh, great. Thanks, Dawn.
Yeah.
Okay, so first on the agenda is the CHAOSS Data Science Hackathon, which is happening in the morning before CHAOSScon. So if you are planning to attend Open Source Summit North America and or CHAOSScon after the fact, you might consider also signing up for this. This is going to be a very hands-on workshop, and it is in the morning, like I said. Just want to point out here, limited to 30 people. So it's a very smallish event. So if you are planning to attend, you should register sooner than later. And here's the schedule. Yeah. Anything else to add about that, Dawn?
The only thing I would add is that we will have several projects that people can work on, and it will be for a wide variety of skills. So for example, the one that I'm driving is going to be sort of manual data cleaning, which is the glamorous life of the data scientist right there. But then there'll be some others that involve Jupyter notebooks and coding and some of the more traditional things that people probably think of when they think of what a data scientist does. So we'll have stuff for everybody, regardless of what your data science skills are.
Excellent. Anybody have questions for Dawn about this? I also should point out here that they are going to ask people if there's interest in the hybrid event, then they have the means to make that happen, but it's going to be a little bit labor intensive from what I understand. So they're just going to wait and see if there's interest in that. So if you are interested in that, is there a way to actually, Dawn, do you know if there's a way to indicate that on here somewhere? Yeah, here we go. Okay. So there's an option there.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay. And then Dawn, sorry, one more question. I assume like after the fact, you'll maybe bring a report back here to the community meetings, just let people know how it went and what was accomplished and things like that. You or Chan or somebody.
Yeah, sure. Well, one of us will bring something in.
That'd be cool. I'd really like to see how that turns out. All right, no more comments, questions, anything?
No, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be fun. Thank you for
Excellent.
organizing that.
I had nothing to do with it.
Whoever did
Chan has
it.
done all the work. Like I keep answering questions, but Chan has done all the work. Let's just be clear.
I just did the website. That's all I did. But yeah, excellent work. There's also a graphic that we'll use. I'll promote it on social media too. There's an amazing graphic too that we'll add with that. So yeah. Second on our list is also CHAOSScon Africa has been confirmed for August 13th. So mark your calendars. The CFP is open for that. So if people want to submit a talk, you got to do that before June 20th. And there's the form, you can do that. Right there, you go. Oops. And this is also in conjunction with OSCA, OSCA Fest, I guess is what it's called. But all the information should be here, except registration is not quite open yet, but the CFP is open. So if you are interested, you should submit. Anybody else have questions on that? Anybody else, as if anybody had questions? Words. This looks like it's going to be a great event, so yay. Excited about that. Update on the ISO group. Yeah, me too, Chris. I'm sad I'm not going to that as well. I'm not sure who put this on. It might have been Matt, and Matt's not here. So if nobody else speaks up, then we will just go over it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, so let's just save it for next time.
I guess.
Well, I mean, I don't know, a brief.
Unless somebody
update.
knows.
This is something that Yahui has been pretty passionate about. So he's on the board of CHAOSS. He is located in China, and I think there are some other folks that he's been talking to who are interested in this. So I think the idea is to spin up another working group. So we're spinning down the metrics and metrics development working group because we haven't really had much metrics development, and if we have it in the future, we can do it in our context working groups and in other spaces asynchronously. So we're spinning that group down and spinning up an ISO group, which will probably be at a Asia friendly time as well. So Yahui is kind of driving that. I think there are some events where he's going to talk to some people. So I don't think that's going to start up right away, but eventually, if people are interested in and working on ISO stuff, I would say reach out to Yahui and let him know.
Seems like a good update. So as soon as that gets going, we will, of course, share that here so people can join if they like. And I don't know. So right now, I think those conversations are still happening in the metrics models channel. I'm guessing we will just kind of shift everything to a brand new channel, but that is TBD. So anybody have comments on that? Questions, anything to share? Okay, we're blasting through this agenda. Lightning speed. Next one is a new practitioner guide from Dawn and team. Dawn, you want to talk about this?
Yeah. So this is our first practitioner guide being published in quite a while. But we actually have another one that should come out later this week, and then another one that'll come out in probably a couple of weeks. So we've been making a lot of progress behind the scenes on these practitioner guides, but this is the one that we've got published. It's something that Stefka Dimitrova and I, mostly Stefka, worked on when I was at when we were at VMware together. And she wrote a bunch of blog posts about this. And this is something that's really, really important, I think, for a lot, in particular, for a lot of OSPOs, is being able to sunset the open source projects that are abandoned and not getting security updates so that you can do that in a reliable and responsible manner. So this guide, and you can see the contributors here, I had loads of feedback from lots of people. So this was, I got lots of feedback on this one, which was great. But it's really, giving people, giving people a process to run through. And like all of the other getting started guides, it's really a guide to get people started. Here's some metrics you can look at. Here's what you might want to do. And then there's a bunch of links to additional resources that people can use. So this is the idea to help, in particular, OSPOs, but anyone really get started when it comes to deciding what to do with a project that has been abandoned, is no longer being worked on, and to deal with it in a more responsible manner than just abandoning it and never releasing any security updates. Any questions on this guide? And as always, despite the fact that the guide is published, it does live in the data science working group repository. So people can submit PRs with additions, updates. We can continue to evolve this. And like all of the practitioner guides, this is MIT licensed. So OSPOs can take these and fork them and you know, maybe add specific things that are specific to your company. So you're welcome to do that. Any questions? Okay.
Excellent work. We will also share this on our socials. We have a lot to share today, so I don't want it to get lost in the shuffle, but definitely want to make sure that this is out there. So if you're on Slack today and you're seeing things in general that you want to help us boost, that would be great. We will link those in LinkedIn. And
Oh,
others.
the other thing, and I'll add a link to it in the agenda here. But I also wrote an article in IEEE's Computer Magazine, about the practitioner guides. I mean, it's not about the practitioner guides; it's about ways to improve the health and sustainability of your project, with the practitioner guides being kind of front and center in that article. So I'll link to that as well. But that might be something people are interested in reading. It's not very long, and it's not particularly, it's less academic than a lot of the IEEE stuff. This is their publication more for practitioners.
Amazing work. Nice job, Don.
Excellent work.
Anybody have questions for Don? All right. Yeah, we're gonna be done early, I think, because it's only 17 after, we're almost done. I'm guessing this is not going to be much of a conversation. Just wanted to bring this up that a lot of folks are out for OSSNA or other things that week. So my proposal is to not have this meeting. If everybody's cool with that. I see what thumbs up from Chris and Don. Anybody have strong feelings to keep it, I should say. Okay, nobody's speaking up. This is canceled. Thank you. It makes my life so much easier if I don't have to worry about coverage and all of that. So I appreciate y'all.
Totally get it. So.
All right. The next thing is, so we talked about this last week a little bit, putting our upcoming chaotic talks out somewhere and helping promote those. So I put together a little calendar here, just so people kind of know where we are, that we're out and about, and just help folks who do have talks to promote those. Just think that's helpful for everybody. So I put this together. You can add your talk just by clicking and then adding the title, the name, and a link to the talk description. Do we think that this is a good idea? Do we think that this should be under community, just like another thing? What should we do with this? We talked a little bit about this in the community meeting, sorry, community managers meeting. But I think it's, you know, I obviously want to bring it here for input and feedback and ideas. So do we think this is a good idea? Do we think this is a recipe for disaster or something that's just gonna die on the vine? It's also totally valid because we've been trying to do this for a long time and haven't gotten a lot of traction. So just trying something new with it. What do we think?
I think he's good.
Will people do it?
Yeah, it will take like reminding people to, and then showing people how to do it. So they're used to it and they will do it, I think.
Yeah, I think last time, that's a good point. Last time we said we can maybe do some reminders in our weekly meeting. So here's your reminder to add it. And then also maybe posting something to Slack, just like a monthly reminder of, hey, if you're giving a talk, let us help you promote it and add it to our calendar. So yeah. So let's put that under the reminder. Add your talk to the calendar too. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Lots of WordPress tabs open today. We'll try it. We'll see if people do it. If they don't, that's okay. We've tried and failed before, so it's all right. So if anybody's doing an OSSNA talk, now's your chance to help us kick this off in style. Does people have questions about how to add something? Does it seem pretty straightforward? Easy? Could it be clearer on this page how to do it? I do get notifications when a new event is added, so if we'll leave it open until people start to abuse it, add things that aren't related or spam us and add thousands of events or whatever. But I do get notified, so I can kind of manually keep an eye on things. I have faith in people. Even after all these years as a community manager, I still have faith in people sometimes.
I think as a community manager, you have to. Once you lose that faith in people, I think it's hard to be in the position that you're in and stay.
Yeah, you can't be upbeat if you don't have faith in people.
Right? Y'all will know that day. When that day comes, you all will know it. It'll be evident. Oh, that's good. All right, so it's not even 12:30. We have time. Do we need to meet with the CHAOSS folks? Do we need to talk about schedule stuff? I'm looking at you, Georg, mostly.
I believe we do need to meet as a committee.
Okay.
Cool, because I have questions, but I wasn't sure if it warranted everyone meeting. And now we'll meet, so I'll find out.
So I'm gonna give one more final call for anybody who has something general to bring to the community meeting. If not, we'll close it.
I'll talk a little bit more about this. I'll talk a little bit more about this next week, but the open source scientific software group is going to begin meeting. We found a new time. We're going to alternate with the data science working group, and I'll have more to say about that next week.
Oh, good. Great. Perfect. Scientific.
But just a note that they're not meeting next week because the data science group meets next week. So they're meeting.
That's right. June
after.
10th.
But Sean will
right.
have an update for you next week.
That's correct. That is correct. Thank you for clarifying that, Dawn.
I don't want anybody to be confused. And thank you for the new time that is not at like 9 o'clock my time.
Yeah.
My time. That's awesome.
Just trying to make it fit.
Yes, thanks for clarifying that.
Thank you, Dawn. Yes, very much.
Or yeah, I guess the next. Well, so
it'll be on June 10th if you
June
want.
10th. Yeah.
June 10th.
Perfect. June 10th. Awesome. Even bold that. Bam. Okay, anything else anybody wants to bring up? Short and sweet today. That's good. Very efficient. All right, so if you're on the CHAOSScon committee, please stick around. Everybody else, you are free to go and enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you here next week. Same time, same place. Sean, you want to stop the recording?
Yes, I do want to. All right. There we go.